Hello, good evening to you. Welcome to the special edition of Business Live. I am Pius Kojobaka, and look now at our stories. Second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Matilda Santiesidu, is urging commercial banks to strengthen ethics, collaboration, and cybersecurity in the operations. Speaking at a stakeholder engagement here in Accra, she revealed that customer complaints to the bank rose by 7% this year and called on banks to handle grievances with empathy, speed, and professionalism.
The Consumer Reporting Officers and Stakeholders Engagement Program held under the theme Excellence in Service, Innovation in Delivery and Security in Practice. Delivering the keynote address, the Second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Matilda Santiesidu, emphasized the need for professionalism and empathy in handling customer complaints.
From our data, complaints to the Bank of Ghana escalated from 695, thankfully it wasn't too much, in 2023 to 743 in 2024. That's almost 7% increase. We believe that these instances could have been handled at the institutional level, giving a little more interest and care and attention to detail. You might not have the answer, but I'm sure within that institution, somebody else in another department will have the answer. So how do we collaborate internally to make sure that we're providing the service that is required?
Mrs. Santiesidu further underscored the importance of internal collaboration within banks to ensure customer satisfaction.
It's not just the job of the compliance officer or the head of risk. It is your job as well. Consumer reporting officers also cannot do it alone. You need the management of your bank at the highest decision-making level. And in fact, I think one of the things that we constantly flag when we come for examination is whether at the board level there's oversight for service quality, because it starts, they say the fish rots from the head, so it starts from the top.
The head of the Financial Stability Department at the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Kwesi Osei-Yeboah, also highlighted the significance of innovation in driving growth and competitiveness within the banking sector.
Innovation in delivery reminds us that the world of banking is evolving rapidly. The tools we use, the channels we operate through, and the speed at which customers interact with banking services continue to change. Embracing innovation while ensuring no one is left behind.
The Consumer Reporting Officers and Stakeholders Engagement Program was organized by the Bank of Ghana to engage industry stakeholders on critical regulations and best practices aimed at strengthening Ghana's financial sector.
The National Investment Bank PLC, led by its Managing Director, Chief Dr. Doliwura Zakaria, has partnered with the Narcotics Control Commission to fight drug trafficking and substance abuse among Ghanaian youth. The collaboration was announced at a brief ceremony here in Accra.
The Managing Director, Chief Human Resource Officer of the National Investment Bank PLC, Ernestina Kuitin, presented a check of 100,000 cedis and 50 desktop computers to the Narcotics Control Commission. She explains that the donation forms part of the bank's corporate social responsibility to enhance narcotics advocacy and education on the dangers of drug abuse.
This is the first time ever, since the inception of the Narcotics Control Commission 3 years ago, that I'm involved to partner activities that we do with the institution. This shows that the situation of drug abuse and illicit is worrying not only to us, the workers of the Narcotics Control Commission, but to you as well. And we are also grateful.
Receiving the items, Director General of NARCOC, Brigadier General Maxwell Bubamante, commended NIB for its timely support, adding that the computers will improve the efficiency of NARCOC's regional and district offices. He also appealed to other business institutions to emulate NIB's example and assess the Commission's nationwide campaign against drug use and trafficking.
We just cannot do that. It's as simple as that. We do it. So we continue to count on institutions like yours who identify with our challenges. We don't have time. We are showing you pictures of where my officers are working. How do they have this? We will pray for after this.
but it doesn't mean it should end there.
The partnership between NIB PLC and NACOC marks another step towards protecting Ghana's youth and reinforcing the fight against drug abuse and trafficking.
In some other business news, the African Capacity Building Foundation, ACBF, has partnered or launched the second cohort of its Leadership in Africa's Public Sector program to strengthen public financial management and governance across West Africa. Speaking at the event, Director for Programs and Impact at ACBF Ghana said the initiative aims to build the capacity of public finance officers to promote transparency, accountability, and effective budget management here in the country.
Program implemented in 5 West African countries including Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Senegal, and Liberia focuses on training senior public finance officials through mentoring, coaching, and leadership development. According to the Director for Programs and Impact at ACBF Ghana, Abdramani Diko, it seeks to enhance ethical leadership, improve resource mobilization, and strengthen institutional systems that support sustainable governance.
Well, it's crucial because that's the heart of the government. When we talk about public financial management, it's those who are in charge of managing the public finances in the country. So they are at the beginning and at the central of the life of the government. So building the capacity of those in charge of public financial management is critical and is crucial, because it's not only leadership in take it through 3 main stages: leading itself, the officer himself, leading teams, and also leading in the ecosystem in the public financial management system in the different countries that are targeted.
The Ministry of Finance emphasized the importance of strengthening leadership and governance in public financial management to ensure transparency and fiscal discipline. Head of European Union, Europe and Americas unit at the ministry, Ebenezer A. Notice says initiatives like the ACBF Leadership in Africa's Public Sector program are crucial to building the capacity of future leaders and improving the management of public finances.
This program is very important to us. We're looking forward at building the capacity, identify and building capacity of future leaders, especially in the area of public financial management and good governance, for that matter. Simply because we've actually realized that when we have our PFM right, it will definitely serve as an anchor to anti-corruption, issues of fiscal sustainability, as well as value for money. And we know that as a country, we've had challenges with our development with regard to how we have managed our finances and all that.
The program reinforces Africa's drive towards transparency, accountability, and stronger governance systems.
Passenger arrivals at the Kotoka International Airport declined by 8.5% in year-on-year terms to over 111,600 in July 2025. More in this report.
The 8.5% decline in arrivals is from 121,995 arrivals recorded a year ago, according to the September 2025 Monetary Policy Report by the Bank of Ghana. However, compared to June 2025, passenger arrivals went up by 3%. Cumulatively, for the first 7 months of 2025, the passenger arrivals dropped slightly to 722,020 arrivals recorded at the international airport and the land borders, compared with 724,412 for the corresponding period in 2024. Meanwhile, international trade at the country's 2 main harbors, Tema and Takoradi, as measured by laden container traffic for inbound and outbound containers, improved during the period under review. Total container traffic increased by 28.9% year-on-year to 78,183 in July 2025. This is from 58,330 for the corresponding period in 2024. In cumulative terms, total container traffic for the first 7 months of 2025 went up by 23.8% to 497,292 compared with 401,841 for the corresponding period of last year.
Talking about travels, Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, is leading Ghana's delegation to the 16th session of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development taking place in Geneva, Switzerland. This year's session will be held on the theme, Shaping the Future, Driving Economic Transformation for Equitable, Inclusive and Sustainable Development. More for you.
Of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry,
Elizabeth Ofosu-Ejari, is presenting Ghana's vision for inclusive industrial transformation, digital innovation, and sustainable trade-led growth at the conference. Her engagements include the opening plenary of the African Group Ministerial Meeting, where she is expected to make a statement, and the roundtable on artificial intelligence. Ghana's participation reaffirms its leadership in championing AfCFTA implementation, digital transformation, and equitable multilateralism for Africa's shared prosperity. UNCTAD is a global gathering of ministers, heads of agencies, and international partners.
Thanks so much for watching the special edition of Business Life. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Let's connect at 8 p.m. with Prime Business.